So Blumhouse has now revealed our first look to the second Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Let's talk about it. So Jason Blum, the head of Blumhouse Studios, took to social media to reveal a set photo of the Jim Henson Creature Shop working on the animatronics for Five Nights at Freddy's 2. And for a non-fan, it might be a little hard to tell what he's making, but for fans of the series, they quickly spotted that they are working on the Mangle animatronic. This is a scary looking animatronic made up of several different parts that debuted in the second Five Nights at Freddy's game, so it only makes sense that they're introducing him in the second movie. And even off to the side, you can see a version of the toy Bonnie animatronic also being worked on, letting you know that we are going to be getting the toy versions of the animatronics we saw in the first Five Nights at Freddy's. This is obviously super exciting for fans, but I hope that they stay true to the sequel being scarier than the first. That's what's being reported online, is that Blumhouse wants to focus on the horror aspect of this movie, because I know a lot of people went into the first Five Nights at Freddy's movie a little disappointed when they saw the animatronics building forts. But you guys see this first little tease for Five Nights at Freddy's 2? Are you excited? Horror movie fans, we just got our first look to the animatronics in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, so let's take a look at them. Jason Blum, the head of Blumhouse Studios, tweeted out our first look at the Jim Henson Company working on the Freddy Fazbear suit for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. They're obviously working on the small-scale prototype right here before they turn it into a full-blown suit, but you can see right there little Freddy Fazbear's bow tie, microphone in hand, his little top hat is down here in the corner, and even Freddy Fazbear's face is in the corner of this photo. People still think every day this movie got canceled, but if right now they're working on making the suits, filming will start beginning very soon. Horror fans looking forward to the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, we just got the biggest update on the film. Let's break it down. Confirmed today by Jason Blum, the head of Blumhouse Studios, he said that the Jim Henson Creature Shop is working on the animatronics for Five Nights at Freddy's. He also confirms the brand new director, Emma Tammy, with the film set to start filming February of 2023. It's been so many years since this movie got announced, and we're finally here, about to have it start filming. Here's hoping not another delay happens, but what do you guys think? Five Nights at Freddy's movie fans, Shaggy, aka Matthew Lillard, has just been cast in the movie. Let's talk about it. Confirmed today by Deadline, they have it here that Matthew Lillard and Josh Hutcherson will be starring in the upcoming Five Nights at Freddy's live-action movie. Now, unfortunately, the article does not confirm who they will be playing in the film, but I think it's kind of obvious. Matthew Lillard will most likely be William Afton, and Josh Hutcherson will be Mike Afton, getting the job at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. I think this is wonderful casting. Your thoughts? Fans excited for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie? We finally have our first look at the film thanks to Blumhouse. Let's take a look at it. Jason Blum, the head of Blumhouse Studios, revealed that they have started day one of filming on the Five Nights at Freddy's movie with this little teaser image. A couple of things Fnaf fans might want to notice is the little Vanny toy there that might not mean anything, but Vanessa is a character that's said to be in this movie. The working title of the movie, that is not the official title, that's just the production title that they're using, is Bad Cupcake, which is most likely a hint to the cupcake that shows up in every Fnaf game. And what I'm going to take a wild guess at right here is Matthew Lillard as our purple guy, aka William Afton, because maybe I'm colorblind, but I feel like the shirt he's wearing is purple, and there's only one character allowed to wear purple in the FNAF world. Five Nights at Freddy's fans anticipating the new movie, Matthew Lillard just informed us that Blumhouse is planning 3 movies. Let's talk about it. In a recent interview, Matthew Lillard had this to say about playing the character of William Afton.
But I just got cast in a movie called Five Nights at Freddy's.
Which congratulations.
It's very fun. It's a 3-picture deal with Universal and Blumhouse.
Now, of course, this doesn't guarantee that we're going to get 3 movies, especially if the first one flops, but it's cool to know Blumhouse is planning 3 of them, and they include William Afton in all of them. Fans looking forward to the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, the restaurant is almost open. Thanks to a fan that got close on the set where Blumhouse is making the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, we get to see the pizzeria and the sign put up. Now, they're only constructing the front of this building. There will be nothing inside of it, so fans can't go sneaking in trying to hang out with the animatronics, but it's still kind of cool just to see what a Five Nights at Freddy's restaurant would look like in real life. Five Nights at Freddy's movie fans, we just got what looks to be one of the opening scenes for the FNAF movie. Let's take a look at it. So Blumhouse is currently filming the Five Nights at Freddy's movie in a mall where we have Josh Hutcherson playing our main character of Mike Schmidt as a security guard in this mall, just absolutely pummeling some guy in a water fountain as the guy's daughter yells out "Daddy." This will most likely be the thing that gets him fired from his mall security job and looking for a job at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. So we finally got our first leaked look at an animatronic puppet in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Let's take a look at it. Here you can see the Blumhouse crew busting out what appears to be a Freddy Fazbear animatronic right in front of the physical pizzeria that they've built for this movie. Fans right now are currently debating whether this is Brown Freddy Fazbear or Fredbear, the Golden Freddy. It could definitely be Freddy Fazbear, and the lighting is just making it look weird. Either way, I love what Jim Henson's Creature Shop did here with the suits because they look extremely faithful to that of the video games. You also notice that the animatronic is not rocking a white glove. Whenever they revealed the sign that would be on the pizzeria, some fans were freaking out when they saw Freddy Fazbear would have white gloves. And well, it looks like that might have just been for the sign itself, and all the animatronics in here won't have white gloves. Still though, pretty cool to see this set photo, and I'm so curious what they're doing in this scene. Five Nights at Freddy movie fans, we just got a photo from the set that is maybe coming too close to knowing too much about this movie. You've been warned. Thanks to an Instagram user who was taking a tour of Jim Henson's Creature Shop, the people making the Five Nights at Freddy's animatronic suits for the movie, they managed to take a photo of the character of Springtrap being built by the Jim Henson Company, and he looks fantastic. This might be surprising to fans because we were not expecting to see Springtrap this early in the first film, but we also have no context on how or if he'll show up. Either way, I think they've nailed the look, and I can't wait to see how or if they implement this into the movie. Five Nights at Freddy fans, excited for the movie? We have our first official look at the film, so let's break it down. It was revealed today that the Five Nights at Freddy's movie will be officially releasing October 27th of 2023. That's this year. Along with that, we were also given our first official look of the pizzeria with Freddy Fazbear and a small child standing in front of it. If you remember, we also got a leaked look of this photo being shot out in public, and now we have the official shot. Now, I think this all looks fantastic. The only thing that has me worried is they did announce that the movie will be coming to theaters and streaming on the exact same day. That could scream to the low budget nature and quality of the movie, but I'm hoping to be wrong. What do you guys think? Five Nights at Freddy movie fans, the curse continues because now the trailer for the movie has leaked. Thanks to a fan online that was in the middle of some movie surveys, they were presented with the full trailer for Five Nights at Freddy's, decided to pull out for their phone, record it for the internet, and show it to everybody. That's a pretty ballsy move because these surveys usually take your ID and make you sign something saying you won't share it. But you did. I forced myself to stop watching it just because seeing those animatronics for the first time after so many years since the movie got announced, I need to see it in HD. But they don't look so bad in this poor quality either. All that's left now is for Blumhouse to release this to the public since it got leaked online early, which means we'll probably get this HD trailer online pretty soon here. But like I said, the curse continues, and with this movie headed to go straight to streaming in October, it's gonna get leaked online in its entirety by then too. But I'm gonna hold out for the full HD version. Still, this movie has been leaking stuff since the very beginning, and now even the trailer got leaked. Five Nights at Freddy movie fans, we finally have an update on the official trailer for the movie, but it's good news and bad news. So even though it's been about a week or so since the trailer for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie has come out, we are now finally getting updates for the official trailer, which has been rated and approved for viewing audiences of 14 ages and up. You could also use that rating to speculate whether it'll be PG-13 or rated R. That is still up in the air and a debate amongst fans. And usually when a trailer gets rated, that means it's about to be released online any day now. But the bad news is this trailer is only going to be 53 seconds long. The leaked trailer that came out a while back, that was 2 minutes and 20 seconds. So if you were someone who took a peek at that leaked trailer, you're about to see a lot less footage of it, but it will be in HD. Something to be happy about, right? Honestly, this makes sense. Usually when trailers come out for a movie for the first time, they're teaser trailers, and they are this small. But I think there's going to be some fans hoping it's going to be the 2 minute and 20 second trailer that was leaked when it's not going to be that. Five Nights at Freddy movie fans, we have the first poster officially released. Let's talk about this thing. Here we have the first official poster for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. It is looking very photoshopped, but I can't deny I am loving the color scheme used here. The hues of purple, having all the animatronics lined up. Freddy, Bonnie, Chica with the cupcake, and Foxy right behind them. We also have to talk about the way the poster was released because Jason Blum was teasing something big, counting down from 3, 2, 1. A lot of us hoping it was going to be the first teaser trailer for the movie. Instead, it's just this poster, but usually, in Hollywood terms, the day they release the poster, that means the trailer is coming the very next day. Now, that's not a confirmation, but that's usually how it works. And with Fast and Furious coming out this weekend, that also being a Universal film for Five Nights at Freddy's, it is very likely that could be the case. Either way, very happy with this poster. What do you guys think about the first poster? Finally, they just revealed some official footage for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Let's watch it together.
Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, where fantasy and fun come to life. Hit it, guys.
If you're watching this video, it means you've been selected as Freddy's newest security guard.
Hello?
We're going to have so much fun together.
The red eyes are a choice, but other than that, I like it.
Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, where fantasy and fun come to life. Hit it, guys.
If you're watching this video, it means you've been selected as Freddy's newest security guard.
Hello?
We're going to have so much fun together.
Five Nights at Freddy movie fans, we just got this gnarly image of Josh Hutcherson's character strapped down in what looks like a saw device. Let's talk about what's actually happening here. All right, so in the photo that just got released, we see the night security guard, Mike Schmidt, being strapped down and about to get his face shredded by an animatronic. We see little bits of footage of this in the actual trailer. A couple of theories going on around online about what this means is, for one, this is probably the movie's version of getting stuffed. This is something that would occur in the first game if you got a game over screen. It would be the night security guard getting stuffed inside a Freddy Fazbear suit. So this could be that. But also, some believe that this is the movie's version of spring locking. We know William Afton is one crazy roboticist, but we never really saw him make saw-like devices here. This could be an interesting take on spring locking if that is this. And we know in the game lore, he's supposed to eventually get spring locked into one of his own suits. So if this is that, could our heroes then strap William Afton to his own device, give him a taste of his own medicine, and then resurrect him for the next couple movies? They're planning 3 of these. Again, all just theories and nonsense. This is still an awesome image. I seriously can't believe this is a thing. Five Nights at Freddy movie fans are now demanding that Blumhouse redesign the eyes of the animatronics. So if you're someone who's just a casual fan looking forward to the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, you might not have heard the giant complaints fans have been having ever since the teaser trailer revealed the animatronics will be rocking glowing red eyes. Fans are so displeased by this, a majority of them are comparing this to the Sonic situation and are hoping if they complain enough, Blumhouse will change it before the movie is released this year. Look, I totally get being a fan and complaining about little things. I do it all the time. Even I myself wasn't a huge fan of the red eyes, but it's really not that bad. I think we can be okay with it. We waited 8 years for this movie. Seeing how this movie's low budget and the animatronics are practical real effects, I don't think they're gonna want to waste the CGI to give them the black-white pupil eyes. Yeah, it would have looked cool, and some are still hoping it'll be revealed by the end of the movie, but I think it's just fine the way we have it. But what do you guys think about this? New Five Nights at Freddy's movie trailer? Let's watch
this is
it.
Mike. I was just calling to see if that job that you offered was still available.
Yes.
Dude, he looks
The
great.
security guard.
I will take anything.
This place was huge in the 80s with the kids.
The 80s?
They shut it down years ago. The owner's just not ready to let it go yet.
I will work and you will sleep.
I understand.
I'd take that deal.
Give me your hand.
All you have to do is keep your eyes on the monitor.
Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's, where fantasy and fun come to life.
Okay.
You
must be new security guard.
Can I help you, officer?
Have you met them yet?
Vanessa.
Met who?
Them.
It looks so cool.
In the 80s, kids went missing. The police searched Freddy's top to bottom.
Hello?
They never found them.
Still got them red eyes.
That's why the place shut down.
There are ghost children possessing giant robots. Thanks for the heads up.
Technically, they're animatronics.
What do they want?
They want to make her like them.
Pappy?
They toned down the red eyes.
How to stop them?
It's too late.
Is that Springtrap?
Pappy, go!
Dude, that was Springtrap. Oh, it looks fantastic.
Where to?
Corey Kenshin!
Why do I always get the weirdos?
Golden Freddy. Awesome. So now that we finally got revealed Springtrap in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie trailer, let's talk about some of the cool details they revealed along with it. Alright, so yes, in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie trailer, we finally got revealed Springtrap that will be making his appearance in the first film. But because this is the first movie and William Afton still seems to be alive in present day, this is most likely Springtrap before he got spring-locked. They're also setting it up so if you're someone who's never followed the games or the lore, it's gonna be a big surprise twist reveal. Because Matthew Lillard isn't even being called William Afton for the majority of the movie. He's gonna be named Steve Raglan, career counselor, most likely an alias or fake name he's working under. This would also explain why when he's in the Spring Bonnie suit, he's holding a knife. Springtrap doesn't usually carry a weapon, he just does things with his own two hands. But I guess still being human, he's gonna act like Michael Myers a little bit. I'm also loving how they added the green light, because that's usually how Springtrap is portrayed. All that's left to look forward to now is the ending of the movie, where they're most likely gonna kill him in that suit. And he'll be back for the sequel, Haunting. Let's talk about that new trailer for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, because although this thing is PG-13, there are shots like this in the trailer that gave me hope. So it's not that your boy thought the movie was gonna suck because it was PG-13. There's plenty of great PG-13 horror movies. I just wanted my blood and guts in the film. But seeing scenes where like Chica's cupcake is gonna be biting people's faces, that looks fun. We have characters trapped in chairs with saw-like devices about to shred their faces. And I just know Matthew Lillard as William Afton is going to bring a performance of a lifetime. Although the past 3 trailers have just shown us this man in the exact same room, we gotta believe he is inside that Spring Bonnie suit. And ooh, it's looking scary.
He's coming.
Those little shots of him wiping the knife, it's bringing back his Ghostface days when he was pulling that stuff off. And that's not even something that happens in the game. Spring Bonnie / Springtrap isn't walking around with a knife. I'm kind of glad they did that for the movie though, because it gives it a cool slasher aesthetic. Still yet to see if the movie will be any good, but it already looks like a lot of fun for me. Five Nights at Freddy movie fans getting excited with this real-life Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria? Looks like we got some bad news, so let's talk about it. So if you haven't seen it online yet, there's been people catching glimpses of a real-life Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria being built in Hollywood. This definitely had a lot of people excited and giddy going, oh my god, I could actually go to a Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria and eat some pizza? But it looks like 2 different people also excited for the pop-up talked to the construction workers building this site, and they were informed that it's really only there for picture purposes, that the interior won't be anything like Freddy Fazbear, so it's not really going to be a pizzeria. It's just something for you to walk by down the streets of Hollywood Boulevard and take a picture with. And while still awesome, I feel like it's a missed opportunity. It's kind of when they built the front of the Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria for filming, they should have just built that location right then and there. Some Five Nights at Freddy movie fans are still hoping that the construction workers signed an NDA and maybe they couldn't reveal the details, but if it's already built out there in person, I don't see why the construction workers would lie about it not being an actual physical location. We'll have to wait and see, but how do you feel about this news? So Chuck E. Cheese and Five Nights at Freddy's are currently beefing. let's talk about this crazy and funny situation. Alright, so as many of you know, this month the Five Nights at Freddy's movie finally gets released, and one thing a lot of people compare Five Nights at Freddy's to is Chuck E. Cheese. And well, Chuck E. Cheese wants to cash in on that Five Nights at Freddy's money, coming out with a promotion titled Five Nights of Fun. This is a promotion where between October 9th and October 13th, you can schedule a private party at Chuck E. Cheese from the hours of 8 o'clock to midnight with a group of around 10 kids having the entire place to yourselves, the animatronics, Chuck E. Cheese, and Mr. Munch. And well, the funny part about all this is if you've ever interacted with Chuck E. Cheese's social media pages, they will block you immediately if you compare their restaurant to the Five Nights at Freddy's games. And I can understand why. Those games are about kids dying in these pizzerias. They don't want that kind of attention. But it seems hypocritical when they come out with a promotion like this, because even an employee at Chuck E. Cheese came out with this script that employees are supposed to follow when talking about the promotion, where they have a column saying, "Don't say this. Together with Five Nights at Freddy's movie, we are doing this promotion." Instead, they're supposed to say, "We're all about fun, so we thought we'd just think of a way to have 5 nights of fun in a row." You can continue reading the responses they're supposed to say and not supposed to say, but they're really supposed to do this promotion that is an obvious Five Nights at Freddy's thing while completely avoiding its relation to Five Nights at Freddy's. I just thought this was a really funny situation. What do you guys think? Cinemark Theaters is making the month of October so much more better with a bunch of spooky movies being released. On October 20th, we will have the 30th anniversary of A Nightmare Before Christmas. I think that settles the debate on whether it's a Christmas or Halloween movie. Cinemark says Halloween. October 27th, a movie 8 years in the making, Five Nights at Freddy's, finally premieres in theaters. You're gonna want to see it with a large crowd and everyone hyping this thing up. On October 28th and October 30th, they will be showing John Carpenter's original Halloween. If you have not seen this all-time classic in the theaters, you must do it at least once in your life. And on October 29th and October 31st, Halloween Day, they will be showing Trick or Treat, a movie that's quickly becoming an all-time classic for the spooky season. Why not experience it in theaters? So please don't have a fear of missing out. Check your local listings for Cinemark Theaters and buy your tickets to see one of these spooky movies this month. So today we got some kind of cool and sad updates concerning the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Let's talk about them. On the cool side of things, they released a featurette where we finally get a better look at Matthew Lillard as William Afton. That isn't just him sitting behind a desk. Literally, we've gotten 3 trailers of this movie and every shot of him is always at this desk. In the little moment that we get of the featurette, it looks like he's wearing some sort of yellow mechanic's outfit, which just lets you know there's going to be a scene of him making the animatronics most likely. Or maybe that's just what he wears when he pops into the spring Bonnie suit. It is still pretty funny though that they have him named Steve Raglan when all the fans know he's clearly William Afton, but I guess that's the mystery for general audiences. On the sad news side of things, Markiplier has now confirmed that he's not going to be cameoing in the movie. In a recent live stream, he mentioned that because of scheduling conflicts with him making his movie The Iron Lung, he just wasn't able to have a cameo appearance in the movie, which lets you know at least they tried to get him in the film. Blumhouse is said to be making 3 of these, so we still have 2 more movies where he could pop up and cameo in, but some fans still want to believe that he's lying and that he'll most likely appear, which I don't think he is lying. What do you guys think of these updates? So if you remember a couple of days ago, Chuck E. Cheese and the Five Nights at Freddy's movie were beefing. Well, the Five Nights at Freddy's movie just clapped back and won. Just to quickly catch you up on the drama in case you weren't aware of it, Chuck E. Cheese is running a promotion that is just basically a Five Nights at Freddy's ripoff, where for 5 days in October, you can book a stay at Chuck E. Cheese from 8 o'clock to midnight. They call it Five Nights of Fun. They even did an exact copy of the Five Nights at Freddy's poster, and this just seemed really hypocritical of Chuck E. Cheese because they have always denied or blocked people online if they compared them to Five Nights at Freddy's, and now they want to profit off that association after years of denying it. Well, Five Nights at Freddy's clapped back and went to their competitors, Dave and Buster's, which you could say is kind of like teenage Chuck E. Cheese. But here they're running a promotion alongside them where for 5 weeks they will be handing out play cards with the Five Nights at Freddy's character posters, and each week a new character is added on and you can collect them all. This just went from becoming a battle to a full-on war. I need all the food chain and restaurants to join in on this. Main event, pick your side. Peter Piper Pizza, resurrect yourself from the dead and do something. A cameo from Cece's Pizza. Really, just make it all out war. So we just got some news that is probably going to disappoint a lot of people looking forward to the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Let's talk about it. It just got confirmed by the director Emma Tammy that there will not be an R-rated cut for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. If you didn't know, it had been a popular ongoing theory amongst fans that even though the movie was confirmed to be PG-13, they would release an R-rated cut on Peacock because the movie Megan ended up doing a similar thing where it was released in theaters as PG-13, but on Peacock we got the R-rated version. But even though the movie's not going to be rated R, are, they still went to creative lengths to make sure the kills are going to feel impactful in this movie. The director did say this, that we leaned into the shadows and silhouettes and sound design to really feel the moment in an impactful way without showing any gore. I think the only moment I really wanted to see gore in this movie was the spring lock scene. But if pulled off right through shadow, silhouette, and sound design, very important sound design, they could actually make that scene pretty impactful. Early reviews for the Five Nights at Freddy movies has started to pour in, and oh, they're not looking that great. Some of the reactions are saying things like, the Five Nights at Freddy's movie is nothing but a dull, uninspiring collection of jump scares collaged together in a thin plot, cool setting, cooler practical effects, but zero atmosphere. I hope fans have a better time than I did. Watchable enough, but utterly forgettable. Another reaction says here, the Fnaf movie might be the most uneven film of the year. Absolutely nothing like it was sold, going off on tangents at every turn and barely coming together at the end. What should probably have been a simple horror tale is made into a convoluted PG-13 mess. Look, even though those two reviews were pretty negative, filled with jump scares, convoluted story, thin plot, sounds to me like it's staying pretty true to the actual games, is it not? Now, I was like, okay, these are people who aren't really fans of the games. Let me see if I can find any reviews from people who do like the games and see what they said. So we have one here. I give the FNAF movie a 7 out of 10. I really enjoyed it, but it does have a few flaws. It's very well written at parts, but sometimes not so much. Great acting on all parts. In all honesty, I think you're gonna like it a lot if you're a fan of the franchise. Yes, I'm biased. Fans are already calling the Five Nights at Freddy's movie a Mario 2.0 situation where if you were a fan who grew up with Mario games, you loved the Mario movie and all its Easter eggs and references and how it reminded you of your childhood. The Five Nights at Freddy's movie looks like it'll end up being the same thing. For fans, they'll probably enjoy it enough, have a good time with it, enjoy all the references, but to people who aren't familiar with the games or newcomers, they're just gonna be a little lost and confused. So last night I got the chance to go watch the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Here's my honest and spoiler-free opinion on the movie. So right now the critics are kicking the butt out of the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, and as someone who is a casual fan but also still feels kind of new to the world, I thought maybe I could give a balanced take. Having finished the movie, I can totally see why fans are gonna walk out loving this. My theater was filled with some diehard Five Nights at Freddy's fans, and they were energetic. They were clapping, cheering, and it was kind of hard not to be infectious with that energy. There's a lot of Easter eggs and references in here that'll just enhance your enjoyment of the movie. The practical effects thrown in here with the suits and what the Jim Henson Company did just brought an appreciation level to the film that CGI wouldn't have been able to accomplish. Sound design, I thought, also played a really big role in making these suits come to life, because you could feel how heavy they are, their mechanical movements, and when we get to those censored PG-13 kills, sound design of bone crunching or blood spattering went a long way. When it comes to performances, I thought Josh Hutcherson was great in the movie. They do these things where they play on themes of guilt and obsession in connection to his sister, and the way all that was handled, I thought, were the best story elements, but where it does fall flat, and why I understand not everyone is loving this movie, is its overall story. From the minute the movie announced Matthew Lillard is William Afton and you saw Spring Bonnie in the trailers, you had an idea of where the movie's going by the end and what's gonna happen. To a newcomer, the mystery of this movie is not played out very well. For 80% of the film, the movie's just about a guy having nightmares trying to keep his security job, and things don't really get unraveled and explored to the last 10 to 15 minutes where they feel a little bit rushed. Matthew Lillard was amazing in the movie, and his performance gave me Stu vibes, which is what I was hoping for, but he's just not in it enough. The Spring Bonnie stuff had my jaw to the ground and clapping and cheering, but it's so short-lived you don't get to appreciate it. When it came to the PG-13 rating and the censored kills, I understood why they did it. FNAF has a largely kid fan base, but you could feel that there was things in here that would have benefited from an R rating and would have made it more fun and entertaining if they could go that extra step. Because again, watching this movie as a newcomer, you see a trailer promising killer robots at this like Chuck E. Cheese type place. You watch the movie and the robots are actually friendly, cuddly, hugging, building forts, and are 1 second away from saying, "Together we're FNAF." I could see why someone buying a ticket not knowing anything about the movie would be confused about what they're watching. So really, at the end of it, this movie is just to be enjoyed if you are a fan of the franchise, and that's great, but it would have been nice if newcomers can jump in, because I like sharing my fandom with other people and bonding over that, and I just don't know if you'll always be able to show this to someone else and they'll get hyped with it with you. So fans, go watch it in theaters. Newcomers who want to know the hype, watch it on Peacock. With the Five Nights at Freddy's movie now being out, we just got revealed some deleted / alternate scenes that didn't make the final cut. Let's talk about them. One of the most popular ones being talked about right now is the alternate opening scene, because Matt Pat let us know that on his set visit, he got to see on the wall that Markiplier was originally supposed to play the security guard from the opening of the movie. Unfortunately, because Markiplier was busy making his own film, The Iron Lung, the schedules didn't align. Instead, they chose another actor. I've seen fans mixed on this. Some would have really loved to have seen Markiplier in the opening. Others would have felt like it would have been kind of out of place, since all the other YouTube cameos were more comedic events and the opening was supposed to be kind of serious. The next round of deleted scenes were revealed to us by Kat Connor Sterling, who plays the character of Max, that's the babysitter in the movie. She tweeted out that they actually cut a lot of her scenes from the film and that she had more development. She also let us know that we were supposed to meet a dog named Toby, but he never made it into the movie. You can see Toby in the truck in one of the scenes. And I feel like this has only scratched the surface of possible deleted scenes out there. I gotta think there was a lot more build-up to William Afton than what was left in the movie. So director Emma Tammy mentioned that in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie sequel, they're going to be tying up some loose ends that the first movie didn't get to wrap up. So let's go through some of these loose ends. One interesting one is that director Emma Tammy was not willing to confirm or deny whether Aunt Jane is dead. That's something an interviewer asked her because they feel like her death would make it really hard for Mike to keep his sister Abby if she died in their house. One loose end that I felt the movie just didn't touch upon at all is the difference between Golden Freddy and regular Freddy in the movie universe. There's still people who watch the Five Nights at Freddy's movie and don't know the difference between these two characters. I think William Afton's backstory is the biggest loose end of the entire movie, since there was barely any of him in the film. I think the sequel should address what happened back in the day and how his spring Bonnie suit went from clean cut and nice to having almost burn marks on it. William Afton went through something there that almost killed him and could add more context to his line of "I always come back." But I think a big one that a lot of people want answered is whether Mike's family is somehow connected to William Afton, because since the movie takes place in Minnesota, why did William Afton drive 9 hours to Nebraska to kidnap one kid? There's got to be something going on there.